Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing out there in Twitter land? It is 9:27. I'm actually 3 minutes early from the scheduled time. Jackson, what are you doing? Hang on, I got to get Jack. I have to get Jackson something to eat. All right, my apologies. My apologies. All right. Market was rallied a little bit last time I looked. Heck yeah, look at this. There's a 30-minute chart of the NQ up rallying a little bit. We're still in congestion though. I mean, look at this almost perfectly formed trading range between 24.6 and 25 has been too high lately. We'll see if 25 is too high today. It rejected out of 25.127 and 25.057, but there's a low volume node up here. Low volume nodes often turn the market around and send it back to a high volume. Jackson, what are you? Jackson, I wish I had a camera. He's being so naughty. You know those little things that are fake gold bars from Curve? He got up on my thing and he's trying to chew it. Jackson, I guess I'm just going to give him one of these to chew. Okay, Jackson, go chew it. Go chew it. I still have 3 of them left. He did the same thing with my Jay Pestricelli doll that I got my first year in New York, that little Funko thing. I was on a live stream and he chewed it up. Jackson, what are you doing? Jackson, I gave you one to chew. You can't have those other 2. Jackson, behave. Please behave. Okay? Please behave. You got one over there to chew. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so that's NASDAQ. Let's look at the S&P futures. There's some S&P futures right there. They're actually down a little bit. They're on a red candle. Here's Russell 2000 futures, actually down 40 bips. Let's look at Bitcoin. Here is micro Bitcoin futures. They're the same as regular futures. We just never look at them. So I pulled them up. You can see for now on the 30-minute chart, Bitcoin is making higher lows. All right, I had to close the door. Jackson's just misbehaving. All right. So Bitcoin is actually flat, down 13 basis points. So we'll call that flat. Let's look at gold. Gold is up a little bit. 20 basis points. Silver is down $2.07. Gosh darn it, silver. Gosh darn it. You got to be kidding me, silver. What are you doing to us? What are you trying to do to us, silver? All right. Oh, that's not silver. Hang on. That's Shoulder Industries, whatever Shoulder Innovations is. Whatever Shoulder Innovations is. I'm thinking maybe they make fake body parts. You can get a new shoulder, new knee, shoulder innovate. I mean, I always, if I click too fast, I click on that. Silver's actually up. All right, thank goodness. Everything's up that needs to be up. Well, for the most part, other than Russell. All right. So I'll remember not financial advice. I'll put the reminder on the screen. I'll remind everyone later. All right. So there's silver futures actually. All right. Well, what else? Let's look at oil. And that is CL as in light sweet crude, which is the type of crude that comes from Texas. I believe Oklahoma has light sweet too, but as opposed to Brent North Sea crude and other types of crude. All right. But I believe it's the lightest and the sweetest in Midland, Odessa, or they have the reputation for it. Anyway, crude is plus 2%. So, and crude's trying to break out. I'll start it. Who's calling me? Who is calling me? Spam. It was a spam call. All right. All right, so let's go to the diversified divas now, but let's just look at the charts of them first. I keep forgetting ISSB is a diva, and very much a diva. And I keep forgetting to look at it. It's down 68 basis points today. Now, that's stock in Bitcoin plus income. Then we have ISBG. And that one is Bitcoin and gold plus income. That one's up 2.2. Let's look at old blocks. Usually I can tell by how blocks is going, how everything else is going. So blocks is down 1.5. Let me see what IBID's down. IBID is down, or IBID's flat. Okay, blocks is down 1.5. Well, let's see. I mean, Alti should be down maybe 0.5 point or something. Yeah, Alti's actually up. It's been doing better lately. Okay, but let's look at Alt-I. Now, I checked it a little while ago, and it was up big. I don't know if it still is. No, it's actually reversed. That one's down 22 basis points. Let's check K-yield. It's easier to predict on a big movement day, like where blocks is down 5%. Then I can figure out what the other ones are down. But on one where blocks being down 1.5 is basically unchanged. Okay, so K-yield's plus 35 basis points. And ULTY is plus 58 basis points. So ULTY is the best diva on a one-day basis. It's been doing better lately. But so ULTY wins the diva contest as of right now. But there's some other ones too. There's Mago. It's a Mag 7 one. That one's down 0.5 point. There's Meme Y from Tuttle. That one's down, or that one's plus 2. Okay, that one's actually the one that's winning today is Meme Y. Now, that one's exciting because that's how they should have fixed Alti, in my opinion. I mean, it would have made everyone else hate it more probably, but they could uncap the upside. Anyway, Meme Y has uncapped upside. It's lightning spreads. Or maybe it's daily covered calls, but even daily covered calls have upside all night too. I forget which one it is. I think it's lightning spreads. I think maybe Mago has daily ODT covered calls. In any event, Tuttle's ideas are going to get a ton of upside and a ton of downside, similar to blocks, in my opinion. Well, anyway, all right. So what other divas do we have in the diva lineup? Maggie, Mimo. I mean, all right. So let's just look at the chart and see what else we forgot. We need to check out the understudies. Sometimes one of the understudies is doing better, or let's check out QLDY. I really like this one. Speaking of lightning spreads, this is the one with extra downside, extra upside, plus a helping of yield. And this one has gone straight sideways since it was introduced in September on a total return basis. On a NAV basis, I think it's down a little bit. Or down a lot. Down from 43, down from 50 to 43, which actually is not a lot for one of these, but I mean, it's 14%, but it pays like what, 30 or 40% yield. So it's actually, and if you look at right here where we keep track of it, I guess we keep track of it from the 1st of November, it is down about 6.5, but its benchmark is down 3.7. So anyway, Chippy's still up, but pulling back today. SPY is up. It's ahead just a little bit. The Qs are still underwater for the past 4 months now. At the end of this month, it'll be 4 months that we've been following every tick of this. So it's not been great for the Qs. It could have been a lot worse, though, to be sure. All right, there's QLDY. So the next group we have K-Yield and GPTY. both down about 12 and change, something like that. And then we have ULTY leading the other divas. WPay is down 21. It's not a diva, it's an understudy because they can't do any option strategy. They don't even do option strategies. It's just here for comparison. And they can't pick whichever fund they want. But it is a fair comparison because they use these types of stocks, you know, the Coinbases and MicroStrategies of the world, and, you know, and NVIDIAs and stuff. They're all in WPay. So I think it's a fair comparison with GPTY, with all these other things. Anyway, but it's doing poorly. LFGY is doing very poorly, down 26. Blocks is down 31, and ULTI is down 35. All right, so let's see what else I have for you guys. We were talking in Discord this morning about when we're going to strike Iran, and Polymarket knew when we were going to take out Maduro. Some people think it's going to happen this weekend. I've been thinking it's going to happen every weekend, or I heard somebody say Sunday after the closing ceremonies of the Olympics. That's probably a good theory. If we attack before then, maybe we're afraid there'll be terrorism at the Olympics, or it'll increase the chance of it. I'd probably wait till we had all the athletes home, give it a couple of days, wait till the Americans are home from the Olympics, and then do it. But anyway, and I think that's, so it doesn't look imminent on Polymarket. It looks that, hey, I'm sorry, Oracle. I'll try to quit doing that. No, I didn't realize that. All right. But it doesn't look imminent on here. You know, on Polymarket, whenever we took out Maduro, the people had the date exactly right. Right now, it looks like people are betting on March 15th. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on that. But also, there's also a 3% chance Jesus Christ will return before 2027. That's an interesting market. There's only a 24% chance Khomeini goes out as supreme leader. Yeah, Oracle, I have this. I know I don't have a camera, but I have this stupid mouse, and I have this mouse pad, and it's metal, and it's a piece of shit. And yeah, it is. Not only can you hear that, you can also hear when I scoot the damn mouse pad. So I'm going to throw the mouse pad away. There it goes. I threw it over there, and I'm just going to use it on my desk and see if that works better. All right. But yeah, I'm aware of that now. All right. So let's get in the middle of this other stuff. Let's see what else we have to look at. You guys want to look at a little, let's see here. Let's look at some stocktools.app. The other thing, Oracle's, I bought a better microphone, so it's more sensitive. I'm not used to it. Okay, I'll quit banging. What happens is I rock backwards in the chair and my foot kicked the desk from the underside. I'll quit doing that. All right. Let's look at some stocktools.app. So we're going to go to, which one is this in? It's in this one. I have another desk, but it had a squeaky leg on it, so I quit using that one because the same thing happened. This desk is smaller, but I'll quit kicking it from underneath. Sometimes also I'm wrestling with the dog, but the dog gets under here and it tries to bug me. He doesn't like when I talk on the internet. He's not sure what's going on. Oh gosh darn it. Oh, darn it. All right, here we go. My affiliate code is stocktools.app/Max. Now let's see what this does for you. We're going to go to a little income ETF analysis. Let's select everything, and we'll look at 1 day, and then we'll look at a 1 week return also. All right, on a 1 day return, let's see which ones are doing the best and the worst. All right, here. Who has SMCY? Look at that. It's rare that Rare for a YieldMax one to be at the top of the heap. It's usually a W series round hill with a little bit of leverage, but we'll take it. SMCY, I don't have any, but and it's way underperforming the parent asset, but all of these do. Well, not all these do. Some of them don't, but most of these do, I should say. Well, then we have SMYY. That's from our friends over at Granite Shares. I need to get Will on the show for an interview. Next, we have AMDW. Now, this thing, like I said, these are the ones that on a bullish day will beat the parent like a redheaded stepchild, and they're beating the parent today by what is that? 33%. Great job. ULTY having a good job. That's got to be an error. There's no way. We just looked at it. There's no way. Let's hit refresh. There's no way ULTY was having a good day. We checked it out a second ago for it. I mean, it's not known for getting a lot of upside, but anyway, I'm going to hit refresh and try that again. I'm calling BS on that one. All right, so it's ULTY plus 1.9. There's no freaking way in the world. I mean, I would love it, but there's no freaking way in the world. Well, this is saying plus 0.6. And now, and they were ex-dividend yesterday, so it's not an ex-dividend situation. So I think that whatever, it's doing well in either case, but I'm not. It's not up 1.9. All right, so ignore that. CO2 plus 1.6. Now I believe that one. That one gets up. That one from Rex does a great job. The Rex shares and the W ones are really good on the upside. TS2 also from Rex. Look at this. Tesla's actually down in TS2, squeezing out some positive NAV. Then we have WiMAX actually having kind of a rare good day lately also. All right, so let's go and look on the week. Sometimes a one-day look is too zoomed in. Yeah, Oracle. The other thing is I go back and listen to the show to see how the mic sounds, and people told me it sounded good, but I haven't gone back and listened to it yet. But yeah, that would have driven me crazy if I would have gone back to listen to it and heard all that kicking underneath the desk. Like I say, I just need to sit still. All right. On a 1 week basis, would you take it? Now look at this. This is COIW catching more than all the upside of COIN. Great job. CO2 killing it also. Now Coney, Coney's beating IBIT, of course. Great job. But how's Coney doing against Coinbase? And it's lagging a little bit. That's typical. Those YieldMax ones lag, but they're not the W shares. The W ones lead on an up day, but of course they lag on a down day. So, and man, this Murney story is amazing. I thought that one, I gave that up for dead. I gave that one up for dead a long time ago. Look at this COYY from Granite Shares. I think Granite Shares has been doing a little better lately. PLTW beating Palantir. Of course, that's the kind of what W funds do. All right. So anything else you guys want to talk about? I have a video I'm making on. I usually leave tabs open if there's something I want to talk about with you guys. Okay, yesterday on the afternoon live stream, we were talking about CAIS. This is a money management firm. And I said, there's no way this doesn't have something to do with Calamos. And sure enough, it's owned by the same guy. But anyway, this CAIS is coming out with a bunch more auto callables, and or this firm is actually the sub-advisor on CAIE and CAIQ. Well, it's basically the same firm. But anyway, auto callables are hot. I was doing some research into that last night. let's look at, in case anyone missed the daily factor last night, we had the safe edition. We had boring high yield Wednesday. I chose the safest ones, the ones that move around the least, the ones that are the least volatile. And then we took the ones that have been doing best out of that subset on a risk adjusted basis. Anyway, these were the, and the winners were RIV, River North Opportunities Fund. That's a closed end fund. XLII, a high income fund that pays around 10, 12%. So not really super high income, but it's from State Street. It's based on the industrials. So it's a way to get income off the Dow Jones Industrials. There's also YYY, which is an ETF, which is a fund of funds made up of a bunch of closed-end funds. And that's been doing well. Closed-end funds have been hot. And then old JEPI. JEPI has been, especially when you consider the risk, doesn't pay a huge yield, but it's positive on total return for the NAV for the year, for the quarter. It's a 158 on stability, meaning it's 58% more stable than the SPY, meaning it moves around 58% less. The SPY is down 2 points in a day. This one might be down 1.1 or something. And then XYLD is the same thing, boring but safe. And then MLPD. I know a lot of people are MLPD guys. So, and then we have Marcus, who likes SPUT. And SPUT is, I was always wondering what he's thinking, but SPUT is super safe and super steady. Yeah, you like that? It really is. It's I usually have a camera so I can show it to you guys. It's one of those ones that looks cool and it's like metal and stuff, but I hear it and it drives me crazy. When the mouse scoots on it, it goes shh, shh. But evidently that wasn't what Oracle was hearing. But I thought that's been making me upset anyway. So all right. But yeah, if you like rants, that's all I do. You should be in my Discord. That's all I do is rant. All right. Okay, so that was last night. I'm just trying to get caught up with everyone and make sure we've talked about everything. Here is the allocation for the new fund from X Funds, GLDN. This was their allocation as of yesterday. This is going to be similar to a Blocks. They're going to own precious metals directly or semi-directly through ETFs, kind of like Blocks owns, they own HODL. They have HODL. And so they indirectly have exposure to Bitcoin through HODL. And then they have an Ethereum one, and then they have another one too. But anyway, in the gold and silver one, the big allocations are SLV, which is pretty much directly silver allocation, SIVR, which I haven't heard of, and PSILV, which I haven't heard of also. This one's SLVX. I'm sorry, I think I said GLDN, but this one's SLVX. So in any event, they have about 40% of the account directly invested in silver, just like Blocks is directly or semi-directly in Bitcoin. Then the other, 60% of the account is in companies that are in that ecosystem. Like, so let's pull up one of these. Like, what's HYMC? Never heard of that one, but HYMC. But we can take a look at it. Hycroft Mining Corporation. Man, you want to talk about a growth stock? My gosh. Anyway, just like the gold miners have extra, I guess, convexity, or they're like leverage, just like a leverage play on silver. These producers, miners, same thing. So USAS, I've heard of that one. I forget the name of it. Pretty basic, American Gold and Silver Corporation. But anyway, that's going to kind of be the deal. I have some content coming out on that. So be looking for that. In fact, I'm going to go shoot that as soon as I leave here. And let's look at options. Let's look at the option market overview and see what the unusual activity is. Has anyone heard of this IBRX? What the heck is this? Let's go look at it. Somebody's that's which anybody Criminy you on. Anyway, it's some biotech. I don't mess with those, but anyway, good to know. I still always like to look at the option market overview and see C&Q. That one is not that interesting either. Most active options are usually just the biggest companies. That's fine. Top covered call ideas. This WULF always shows up on top cover at Call Ideas. Right now, you could buy it at 15 and write the 18 option and get $13. Now you have to go out 57 days, but I mean, anyway, and your upside's capped, but it's a lot of premium if somebody's looking for premium. You could also buy the 15, or you could buy the stock at 15 and sell the 17 strike option going out a month for $13. So you get, you basically don't have to come out of pocket but $200 for this, but you're only going to make $200 plus. Well, but you get to keep this $13. That's not a bad one. And then CoreWeave. Anyway, we can talk about those some other time, but I always like to look at those, of course. All right. Hey, well, thank you, Cynical Anxiety. I think you're a first-time commenter, and I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here as well, Oracle. I appreciate the other 7 folks that are listening behind there. Oh, we got Mayor in the house. Mayor, is there anything else you want to talk about? I was just getting ready to wrap it up. I'm going to make a video for everyone on GLDN and SLVX. And it's going to be a burner. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be my best. It's going to get 20,000 views. We're never going to, anyway. No, it's probably going to get about 200 views, but I don't care. I think people want to know about that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Be back here at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central, and we'll talk about anything we missed right now. And then, of course, tonight is closed-end fund Thursday night, and I know a lot of folks are going to be excited about that. Sometimes we do closed-end fund on Friday, but I'm going to do it on Thursday. We're going to line up all the closed-end funds in the daily factor and see which ones are doing best. I have a feeling that who's going to win, but whatever, it's still fun to look at all 20 of them, see who's doing the best. All right, guys, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys soon.